good day, and welcome to Journey Across the Arc, the podcast that looks at the people and services provided by the Arc Allegany-Steuben. I am your host, Gregory DeGraff. Today, we are exploring the Arc Allegany-Steuben's vocational department, Achieve Career Consultants. Achieve offers programs and supports that help people with IDD discover their strengths, prepare for employment, and find meaningful jobs in the community. Joining me today is Hannah Mills-Woolsey, who will walk us through the opportunities available and discuss how employers and communities can play a role in creating a more inclusive workforce. Welcome, Hannah.
Thank you.
How about you introduce yourself?
So my name is Hannah Mills-Woolsey. I am one of the team leaders for vocational and pre-vocational services. The programs that I oversee are the Employment Training Program, Community-Based Pre-Vocational Services, and Student Internships.
For the listeners who might not be familiar with this, what do we mean by vocational services for people with IDD?
So long story short, vocational services are supports that help people to obtain and maintain competitive employment. Basically, what that means is helping people to discover their skills, discover their strengths, find a good job match, explore their interests, and then receive coaching support while on the job if needed.
What kinds of vocational programs or supports does Achieve Career Consultants provide?
So we do provide a variety of services and supports. For people who are interested in exploring work or want to gain some skills, we have what's called community-based pre-vocational services. So pre-vocational services are not aimed at training for a particular job. They're those skills that you need for the workforce in general. That can include skills like following directions, learning work tasks, people skills, and being on time. We provide student internships for students who are transitioning from school to the workforce. We provide supported employment as well. So that's for people who have a job and just need some additional services and supports to be successful. We also offer what's called discovery, which is a process where we get to know the person through interviews, assessments, and observations, and ultimately make a recommendation of what might be a good match for them and hopefully will result in an internship with an employer.
All right, that sounds pretty good. How does Achieve help people identify their strengths, interests, and career goals?
Well, we have a number of tools and programs that help us do that. We do provide just vocational assessments. Often that's through the Access VR program. We provide the discovery process, which I talked about a moment ago, which is where we get to know a person through those interviews, through reviewing their files, through talking to the person, seeing what they're interested in, what they want to learn, and then trying out work through some work-based assessments. We can also, if somebody is looking to upskill or change careers, we can talk with them about what might be a good career direction for them.
Can you explain the difference between supported employment, job coaching, and pre-vocational training?
Absolutely. So supported employment and job coaching really go hand in hand. Supported employment is a broad category of everything that we could potentially do to help somebody maintain their job. That can include job coaching, which is where we assist people with, say, learning their work tasks, building natural supports at their workplace, potentially actually being with them at the work site and helping them to learn. Supported employment, though, is a broader category. So that can include other things like benefits advisement, helping people navigate how Social Security will be affected by their employment. It can be with job readiness training. It can be with networking with the employer, with their family, with their circle of support, just everything they need to potentially be successful in work. And then pre-vocational training is those general skills that somebody needs to be successful in any workplace. So those aren't necessarily things directly for the job. That would be things like your people skills and your general work skills versus a specific task like, say, mopping floors. Pre-vocational services are also a great way to explore different career interests.
How do you work with local businesses and employers to create opportunities?
For one thing, we have student internships where we can potentially place people who are still in high school who are wanting to learn a job and transition into the workforce in the future. We do internships through the employment training program, where that is actually a paid internship on the New York State payroll, where an employer can get to know a person as an employee and then decide whether to hire them onto their own payroll. And we also just do a lot of outreach and networking and just making sure the local businesses are aware of us and what supports we can provide to job seekers and to people who need a little extra support on the job.
What are some common misconceptions employers may have about hiring people with IDD?
I think a big misconception is just that these people will be lesser workers, less skilled, less reliable, and really none of those things are true. You have this really vast, untapped workforce of people with great skills who have a lot of support, who really want to work, who are excited about work, and who are ready to give it a shot and will remain extremely loyal to an employer once we find a good fit.
How can people with IDD and their families access Achieve's services?
So a great way to start about any service is just talking to your care coordinator. Your care coordinator has a lot of information about the different programs available and can help you decide what might be a good fit for you. If you want to get a general overview of our services, you can go to thearcas.org under services and supports. You'll find a category for vocational services. And you can also reach out to Amber Parker, who is the director of vocational services.
Do you mind telling us how you got involved with Achieve?
I will be honest, I saw a position that looked like it would be fun and I applied for it. But once I was actually in the job, I realized it was something that I was really passionate about. I felt like I was really helping people and making a difference and helping people to learn and grow. One thing we want to do in vocational services is to, quote unquote, put ourselves out of a job, to help people be so independent that they don't need us anymore. So it's really beautiful to watch people develop into confident, independent workers who feel great about themselves.
All right. Well, Hannah, thank you for joining us today on this episode. We hope this conversation gave you a better understanding of the Arc Allegany-Steuben's vocational services and impact meaningful employment has on the lives with people with IDD. And like Hannah said, you can check out our website to learn more about Achieve through the arcas.org. If you want to know a bit more about how we help out with employment opportunities, please do check out our next episode. So make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, check out our Facebook page, and we will see you on the next journey across the arc. Farewell.